Thank you so much for clicking on this video. I hope you're having an awesome day. Thanks for taking some time every day to hang out with me. Today's video, I'm super excited because we're going to be testing out Rare Beauty by Selena Gomez. If you have been following my channel for a little bit of time now, you might know that I am not really the biggest fan of celebrity makeup lines. Some of them I find them to be very gimmicky, like Kesha's, even House Laboratories to an extent, but there have been some that have taken me by surprise, like Fenty Beauty. Or I think that they're just cash grabs, aka Kylie Cosmetics. I will leave my first impressions and makeup reviews playlists to watch previous videos. And if you haven't already, please subscribe and give this video a like. Let's get reviewing. All the items that I picked out were prior to her holiday launch, so I don't have any of her new eyeshadow palettes, which one of them actually kind of caught my attention, the more colorful one. That green and blue, oh my gosh, are stunning. And I don't think she has a bronzer out yet, at least I couldn't find one on Sephora's website. And just to disclaim one thing, this foundation was actually leaking when I opened it, and it also looks pretty dark, so I may or may not have to exchange that out if it works out for me for a shade that might work out a little bit better, because I did purchase all these items online, and sometimes with online it's a little bit harder to shade match. The screen could be skewing what it could be. The shade that I picked out was 330N, which was a medium neutral shade, but now looking at it, it looks quite deep, especially compared to the concealer, which is 300C. I'm not sure if they had a neutral shade, and that's why I went with a cooler tone shade. For the most part, I do have a full face. Bronzer, mascara, and eyeshadow are the ones that I know I am missing, so I have to dip into some other products to substitute. But after hearing the reviews and a lot of people rave about Rare Beauty, I decided to take the plunge for myself and see what my thoughts are. To kick things off, we're gonna start out with the Always an Optimist Illuminating Primer. Right off the bat, I'm like, oh no, illuminating, but I actually do like some illuminating here and there, especially the Rodial illuminating drops. Those are my absolute favorite. We got those in our BOXYCHARM base box for October, so hopefully if this works out similar to that product, I'm gonna love this. My only concern is I like a hydrating primer as well, especially with the colder weather happening right now. I definitely need all the hydration I can get so I don't look crusty, looking a little rough, if you know what I mean. So if I do like this, it might be an instance where I do need to mix it with a hydrating primer to get the best of both worlds of hydration and illuminating. And this is what the primer looks like dispensed. You can definitely see there is a glow to the primer. So let's see how shiny we're gonna be looking. Especially in my T-zone area is where I'm seeing this illuminating primer really emphasized. The primer feels actually very refreshing. I feel like there is like a hint of hydration to it. I'll definitely have a better idea once the foundation is applied and blended out. Next, we're gonna try the Brow Harmony Pencil and Gel, and I chose out the shade Deep Brown. This is what the pencil side looks like, and this is the gel side. I am stoked that this is a 2-in-1 because you don't have to buy two separate products. So what I might do is outline my brow shape with the pencil side and then just comb through with the gel side. As opposed to my Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz, this reminds me a lot more of the Benefit Goof Proof Brow Pencil. It is a very thick formula, so I kind of get like the blocky brow vibe just applying with it. I'm trying to go in a little bit lighter on the bottom. I definitely see a lot more cleanup in my future of my brows using this product. I think I would have preferred it to be more of like the Brow Wiz, so I don't even feel like I need to even go comb through. I just need to clean up, which I actually might do, and then just try the gel side by itself on this brow. So between the two, I definitely like that gel side a lot better. I think it actually works super nice with my brow hair color as well. I just feel like if it was a Brow Wiz, just to lightly go in and fill and then comb through, because like it's almost exactly how I want my brow to be, and then this brow is just looking a little bit rough. Definitely needs a little bit of cleanup. While I think it's a great idea to have a 2-in-1 with a brow pencil and gel, I definitely think that they need to switch to a more thinner, not as thick formula that they chose out for this. Definitely more like that precise tip like a brow wiz, I think will work out a lot better. Next, we're gonna go in with the Liquid Touch Fondé Tint. As I stated earlier that this did a leak on me, and oh, it's a doe foot. I freaking hate doe foot applicators, but it is what it is. And I definitely think that this is gonna be a little too warm, especially with summer being gone. But actually this doe foot seems to be a lot better than the Physicians Formula one, which I feel like that one just absorbs so much product, whereas this one's trying to dispense as much as possible. Maybe I will just exchange this and sort of find a different shade, because I definitely think for winter it's gonna be way too dark. And then I'm just gonna take my beauty blender to blend out. Yeah, I even feel like this foundation is slightly pulling a little bit more orange on me too, and I do not like when products pull orange or red. I do feel like a lot of brands need to work on more neutral undertones. A lot of products advertise as neutral and it pulls warm or cool, not truly neutral, and it irritates me. But I do like the coverage. I'm actually surprised. I expected it to be a lot lighter, and that's what a lot of the reviews were saying, like, oh, I want more full coverage. And I think that it could work out for like multiple different seasons. Like, I'd like to wear something a little bit more lighter in the winter and the summertime. Actually, the only time I really wear full coverage is just for filming, and if I'm gonna wear foundation out, I want something a lot lighter, because it's either gonna sweat off or it's really gonna make me look crusty because of how thick and cakey it will get. I think that this is like a great in between. It's not too thick, but it's not too light. I definitely feel like it's like a perfect medium balance right here. I definitely need to get a new shade. I kind of feel like I look like an Oompa Loompa. Also caught a look at myself in the monitor that my lips are still stained from the Cold Stone Boo Batter ice cream. I can't recall if there was a powder in the Rare Beauty line, because I don't remember seeing one, and if it was, it might have been pressed and not loose. I would love to see her come out with a loose and a pressed powder as well, either a translucent powder. I would like to see more of a foundation powder. That's my preference when I set my face, and then of course a loose powder. I really do enjoy loose powders for underneath my eyes, and my T-zone definitely needs that for the summertime, but I still feel like that luminosity is still there from the primer. I can definitely tell, especially in my T-zone, my forehead and nose, not as much my cheeks, but at least that area, I still see that luminosity as well, so that's good. And I don't feel dehydrated. I still feel like I have some moisture to my face. I did not skin prep before, so I definitely like how this foundation is looking so far in combination with the primer. And then next we're gonna go in with the Liquid Touch Brightening Concealer, and this is where it might go to crap because of how light this concealer looks compared to the foundation. And it's also a doe foot as well. I can't tell you the last time I concealed. I usually skip it because a lot of concealers do tend to crease or emphasize my wrinkles and looked really cakey. I just realized I probably shouldn't have been talking and just get this bad boy blended out. But it kind of looked like it was gonna be thick, but I'm not having any issues blending out, and I did not blend out right away. Because I know, like, if it was like the Fenty or the e.l.f. Camo concealer, I would have been screwed. It would literally just sit there and not budge. I definitely see some brightening, which is to be expected because of how light the shade is compared to the foundation. No issues blending out at all, and it feels super hydrating, which took me by surprise. I feel like there's a lot of concealers that advertise that it's hydrating, and I have the driest under eyes and nothing has seemed to really work with those claims. Even though the concealer was a lot lighter, I feel like it blended out really nice, and it gives off that really pretty brightening effect, and it's complementing the luminosity with the primer and foundation combination. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba, I'm loving it. After using half the products right now, I'm kind of glad that I'm eating my words about my speculation, being a little bit skeptical about this brand, because the other thing I really wanted to recognize on this brand is how affordable it seemed to be. I know it's Sephora, so it's definitely going to be on the pricier side, but for someone as big as Selena Gomez, she definitely could have just marked this up 2, 3, 4 times the price that it is. And I believe the foundation is right at $30. For example, the foundation falls just under like that 15 to 20 mark range for like Tarte Urban Decay, for instance. And it's $15 to $20 more than Wet n Wild, Revlon, Maybelline, those brands that you would see at the drugstore. So it's really nice in the middle price. So it falls at that price of just a little bit more expensive than drugstore, but still less than prestige, and to be really good quality products. Kind of want to not set my face and just see how things go throughout the course of this video. That I might regret. Next we're gonna go in with the Soft Pinch blush, and I have the shade Happy. Cream products are very new to me, but I thought the shade was so pretty. Forgive me if this cream application does not go over the best. I couldn't resist trying to pick up one of these at least because it's actually a really pretty blush shade range. So I'm gonna just put a little dot there. Ooh, that is bright. But I've heard to do patting motions instead of swirl. I might have to just start patting on the side as well. Okay, that I like. And I also heard that cream is gonna be a lot better for us dry girls, not look as crusty. So I had to put this to the test. I'm trying to love it. It's definitely different, weird, out of my comfort zone right now. But how it looks on this cheek is absolutely stunning. I think that's my biggest fear with cream products, is I don't want to look like a clown, and I kind of feel clownish on the side. But this duo fiber stippling brush, I think is doing a great job. I feel like I'm just like beating my face with it. I'm trying to make it look less harsh. So I probably should have just plopped it on my cheek. Probably should have just maybe applied a little bit on the duo fiber and then went, but I still think it did a really nice job. It's taking it a lot longer to blend out for me, just because I'm trying to blend it out to my liking. I'm finding myself having to work for it and being effortless. But this end result, I'm really liking. It's definitely a product I'm gonna have to play around with, but right off the bat, I'm obsessed with this shade, and it's easily gonna be a shade that I'm gonna reach for constantly. And then to complete the face, I'm gonna take the Positive Light Liquid Luminizer. The shade that I chose out is Mesmerize. And once again, we got a doe foot. Okay, I'm very bad with liquid highlighters. I'm gonna just try to just touch the tip of the Beauty Blender. I think it's just gonna be the fault of me at this point and not Rare Beauty. Can't tell if it's just blending away because I previously used foundation on this. Let me just try to put a little bit more. I always feel like liquid highlighters look super harsh. Okay, there it goes. Oh, that's pretty. I really like how pretty and reflective this shade is. I just need to figure out how to blend liquid highlighters a little bit better. How I blended it out with like a dirty beauty blender, it gave it more of a softer glow. At first I thought it was going to be pretty overwhelming and quite beaming like an 0 for 1, but it blended out just to give like a more natural glow. After applying that highlighter, we came full circle. Have a little bit of illumination in my T-zone, and then like the brightening from the concealer, and now on my cheeks just have a natural glow, nothing too overwhelming. And now the eyes. I might not even do eyeshadow. I might just go on ahead and just try the eyeliner and see. We have the Perfect Strokes eyeliner. Kind of wish that since she did a 2-in-1 brow pencil, that this was a 2-in-1 where you had liquid liner on one side and then pencil on the other. And this is what the eyeliner tip looks like. So I rarely do wing eyeliner, and this is just a very baby wing. But there's something to note about this eyeliner. Now, I'm not sure if it's because of the weight of the eyeliner, but I just felt like it was super comfortable in my hand, and it really just glided on super nice. I did have to go back a couple of times. I don't make super thin lines when I do eyeliner. I really like my eyeliner lines to be thick. That's just attributed habit from the scene phase. I usually skip wing eyeliner because my wings are never good. I'm never satisfied how my wings look. Like, it's not like the most impressive wing right there, but it's still a nice little wing. Since I don't have eyeshadow or putting mascara or even putting something on my lower lash line, at least do something dramatic and wing it out. I stabbed my eye with the eyeliner. For lips, we're gonna take the Lip Souffle Matte Lip Cream in the shade Inspire. I thought this was supposed to be a red. It looks quite bright and corally, but we'll see how it looks on the lips. It's definitely more corally. I thought this said Selena's Classic Red. Now I know I only applied it on my top lip. I am obsessed with this doe foot. Oh my gosh, it makes application so easy, especially just outlining your lips first. Like, you don't even need a lip liner. I am dipping in a second time. Pros and cons of the lipstick. Pro, I really like the doe foot. I think that this doe foot is super user friendly, and for once my lips don't look either overdrawn or underdrawn. I feel like I was able to outline the shape of my lips really nice with that doe foot. It's not like angled, kind of like how the foundation, concealer, and the liquid blush were. It was more of just like flat, like a spatula. The formula is a lot more moussey, and the formula isn't completely matte, but it doesn't feel hydrating like the cream lipsticks. To me, I actually find it super drying. So I definitely would want to put a gloss over this. Lastly, we have the Always an Optimist 4-in-1 setting spray. There is a little bit of fragrance to this setting spray. It is super misty. I really do enjoy the spray radius, even though I did have to pump out quite a few spritz to get my whole face covered, but I don't feel like I wasted product. I think if you're sensitive to scents, just be a little cautious in case if it does irritate your skin. I don't feel like that satisfaction from setting sprays, kind of like my Gerard Cosmetics where I feel like my makeup is set. This would be more of a good refresher throughout the day, but not just to set my whole face because I don't feel completely set. But overall, I am super impressed with the Rare Beauty line. A lot of the products took me by surprise. I think my favorite products are the complexion products, like this blush. I am still shook how beautiful this blush is. I expected it to be super overwhelming based how I just applied it directly to my cheek, but it blended out so pretty, and now I want every single shade that she has put out. And same goes with the illuminating highlighter. At first I thought it was going to be really bold like the blush and take away from this natural look that we got going on, but it did a really good job of blending out. I think the primer and foundation combination were really nice. I just want to go and exchange out a different shade of the foundation. I definitely think with winter coming around, I do find it to be a lot more warmer. I was about to just talk about the eyeliner, and my oily lids right here, it's starting to crease a little bit. I don't expect that to be if I had eyeshadow on first. This is just my bare lid. The weight of this was really nice. I liked how it feels and applies. It made it super user friendly. Almost forgot about the concealer. I really liked it. And even though I did not set my face or my under eyes, I don't notice any creasing right now. So that is really good signs in case if you don't want to put a powder on. The only products that I'm not really completely loving is the lip product. I feel like it's just a shade that I'm not really liking. I'm not sure if I like this velvet finish because it's not as moisturizing or hydrated. Maybe paired with a gloss, I'll like it a little bit more. And then the brow product. As I mentioned, after trying it, it. I wish that the pencil side was more like an ABH Brow Wiz because of the shape that it does have. It does make the brow look super blocky, and I just felt like it didn't complement the gel as well. The gel I really do enjoy. I kind of wish that the gel was sold separately, even though it's really nifty to have a 2-in-1. I would love to know if you guys have tried Rare Beauty. Which products did you test out? Did you try any of the ones that I use? I know that they released some new products around the holidays, and the Sephora VIB sale is going on right now, so I have my eye on a couple of products. So with exchanging the foundation, I might find myself purchasing another item here or there. And I hope that this first impressions and review video was helpful in case if you have been on the fence about trying this brand. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and if you don't, I appreciate your view anyways, and I'll see you in the next video.